But this, for me, I can't remember many films from this era that felt like a jukebox soundtrack. Because when I've looked at reviews, it tends to go in two directions. One is people who love practical effects love the movie, like as simple as that. And then the other side of it comes down to their musical taste, which I think is probably even more subjective than movie taste, or at least the same. So it adds another wrinkle to
Yeah.
to whether they're gonna like it or not. Oh, I didn't like that song, therefore I didn't like the movie, which is a bit bonkers, really. Because in a way, it's like soundtracks now. A lot of soundtracks, certainly Marvel ones, for example. I try and think things like Guardians of the Galaxy. I like those jukebox soundtracks. Now, Full Moon, often we get the wonderful stylings of Richard Band and some of your movies and real orchestral. But this, for me, I can't remember many films from this era that felt like a jukebox soundtrack. But it just feels a bit strange that no one's kind of noticed or maybe thought about that at the time, that this is a different style of where the music is in the film, but also the music is very different from track to track, and you've got that jukebox soundtrack. So it's kind of Guardians of the Galaxy before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and part of that is probably because we couldn't afford like famous bands, and so the bands that we're presenting are kind of, you never heard of them before or after the movie, really.
And also to go back to your point, I totally agree. Like, it's not like the soundtrack is full of happy hits from the 70s or whatever, or 80s that everybody is familiar with. Therefore, they're just going to instantly go, "Oh, I love this song," and
Yeah.
so they have to take on a new song, accept that new song, and accept the movie at the same time.
So we had, you better like a hair band, you better like a kind of like a junkie band, and you better like a surreal band. And very few people like have that kind of bandwidth in what they love musically.